Jamming out. Hey, everybody. Welcome to, thank you for joining us. We are the Drunk Flyers fans, and this is DPF on Tap. We appreciate you guys joining us. Real quick, I just want to thank Walter for putting together that DFF on Ice theme. Written, performed, owned by. So great job, Walter. We really appreciate it. And then as we do every episode, I'm going to turn it over to Sig so that we can do what we do.
All right. Well, welcome everyone. Tonight's opening shot is brought to you by Cutter and Cannon. They have a specially curated selection of house-made rum, whiskey, bourbon, and gin. So let's raise our glasses and remember that no matter where you are in life and whatever you are doing, to always take the shot. Nostrovia.
Please.
And you can get the Cutter and Cannon. You can buy it online or in person at their new bottle shop and tasting room at 104 East Gay Street and Westchester. And over this past weekend, one of us was lucky enough to be able to visit it. So, Steve, what do you think?
That was me. Yeah. So I went to the new bottle shop tasting room at the 104 Gay Street location, and it's pretty cool. Like, you go in and it smells like a brand new building, and it's really neat in the fact that you hear when, like, you become like your 40s or 50s, you either get into smoking meat or history. These guys totally got into history, and it shows. It's really they really go the extra mile. I cannot recommend going enough. So I went, and Kenna was my bartender, and she made me a whiskey smash, which was made with the rye whiskey that Sig has. Yep, that one right there. And it had one of them like cherries in it. I don't know what all she put in it, but it was just lovely, and I really enjoyed it. Uh, it's awesome that it's just a local mom pop place, and you can go there. They had the Phillies game on when I was there. I was there on Sunday, so again, they have the Phillies games, they have Eagles games. They're going to have everything. This is at the tap room location. And yeah, the tap room is actually now open. It just opened like 2 weeks ago. It's open Wednesday through Sunday now. And then the original location on Carter Drive, where like Levante is, that's Thursday through Saturday. That's where they do all the distilling and stuff like that. So if you go to the one on Gay Street, you won't see like the all the equipment and everything, but they'll do what needs to be done. And of course, like, I got myself another bottle of the, hold on, am I having it right? Yep, there we are, of the Old Glory. Okay, it's very good. And I was told by Cole to say that this is crafted with pride and purpose. Our red, white, and blue bourbon is more than whiskey. This is a tribute, with mash featuring Bloody Butcher corn, heirloom white corn, and Bruce's blue corn, balanced and malted in rye and barley. It's 90 proof, and it honors the heritage of American veterans as we celebrate our 250th anniversary, as well as the fact that it has they give a proceed to a local veteran charity for
That's
every
great.
one of these bottles purchased. So it tastes lovely, and it has a good cause. I needed to get another one because something happened to this
Steve's freezing.
Something happened to Steve, too.
Yeah, I think,
one. I don't.
Steve's
Yeah,
microphone's,
Cutter and
Steve's
Cannon, great
camera's
place.
drunk.
And how's it going?
So
Oh
real
no.
quick, guys, when I was in touch with Cole the other day, Steve told me he was going down there. And I let him know. I said, "Hey, Steve's coming down. He's going to go by." And he told me, he said, "Yeah, Ken is bartending. Have him see her." And I said, "Yeah, and he needs to pick up another bottle. Is there anything you want him to grab specifically? He's already out of the Old Glory." And he goes, "Oh, he can grab that." He goes, "That's a good sign though, because that means he liked it."
I did like it.
I said, "Yes,
I
he
did
does.
like it.
Yes, he does." So Cole,
And I'm
again,
pouring it over ice now and going to enjoy it during the pod.
that's beautiful. And Cole, we thank you. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Cole.
working with Drunk Flyers fans. And
Thank you, Cutter and Cannon.
yeah, and congratulations on the new tasting room, and everybody near Westchester, or a decent drive from Westchester, get over there and see those guys, because we want to support the people who support us. All right, now back to hockey talk, guys. Okay, real quick, want to go through a couple comments, because we did have a first FTP, fuck the Penguins, from Alex. And then Chris says, "Howdy, guys."
Howdy.
Apparently Alex doesn't see enough of us, so long time no see. Says, "Cheers." This one I like. Drunk Phil's fans lets us know that he likes beers, which is good. That's really good to know, because I have a feeling that some of our admins at DFF and some of our followers also enjoy beers. There you go.
I like beer. I like Trogs beer as well. Drunk
That's a
Flyers
good plug.
or Drunk Bills fans.
And Dugan
I'm not
is
opening this.
from the dugout gazebo. We got some FTP. Paul says, "Hey guys."
Hey, Paul.
Hold on, I gotta take this down real quick. All right, there we go. And I'll get through a couple more comments, couple more hellos. Ray says, "Fuck the Penguins." Philly
correct.
says, "Gents, good evening. Fuck the Penguins." Our buddy Dave, fellow admin on the page, says, "Cheers, fuckers." We agree.
That's said with love.
It is.
Of course.
Even if it isn't, it probably,
And Alex just got back from Trogs. So.
Oh man, look at that.
Yes, actually, that's since you brought that up, Alex.
Yeah, go ahead, Sid.
So yeah, we did a kind of a spur of the moment trip to Trogs after our trip at Reading yesterday, and we did a brewery tour, which is an excellent brewery tour. If you ever out there, do that brewery tour. But we went into one of the last rooms where all the bottling and canning is, and they have all the 6-tails and corny kegs and barrels ready to go for Mad Elf. It smelled. The honey and cherry, you could smell it. It was hard. It was hard not to. Well, it would have been hard to put one in my pants and try to hide it on the way out, because it's pretty fucking big and heavy. But yeah, I would have bought one right away if I could have. That smelled great. So anyway, I digress. Go ahead.
All right, I'm just getting a little feedback from from people watching that said I was a little low, so I just tinkered with it, and I want you guys to let me know if that improved it, if that ruined it.
You sound the same to me.
Yeah, you sound the same to me, but I don't think I'm your issue.
But I can hear you. So
yeah. Yeah. All right, good. Let's keep going then. I'm getting a lot of feedback here from myself, so whatever. It is what it is. We're just going to move forward, guys. So, okay, we already took the shot, and we talked about some good people, Trogs and Cutter and Cannon, and Steve wanted to get into the schedule, the Flyers schedule, which we've been talking about getting into for a few weeks now. And so Steve, why don't you take it away, because I have something else I want to talk about with the schedule, but let's get into that.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like the butcher on Drunk Phil's fans getting ready to talk about those bench stats, and just haven't had a chance to actually get through to them. But we have so I have stuff with like the actual, the main NHL, and then I have interesting things with the Flyers and stuff like that. So I'll do some of the NHL ones first. So the NHL, we're going to be starting on September 29th and ending April 10th. So that is 193 days, if you will, of hockey, 1,344 hockey games. I know that makes Sig happy, something to watch most nights. And something new that they're going to be doing this year is called Monday matinee games. So you know how with baseball, a lot of times they'll do like a 1 o'clock game, and then you fly to like a different city. Well, the NHL this year is doing this. The NHL is doing this for what is it? 7 of the 10 NHL games will be from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. They're going to have 22 matinee games, and they're doing this because they want to get the international audience involved, so that like time wise, you know how like they do like 9:30 NFL games and stuff. They're kind of doing the same exact thing just for the NHL now, so that it works with the time in the European countries. So yeah, so those are that's pretty cool. Um, on October 25th, we're going to have the Canadians at the at Winnipeg, and that's going to be the at the CFL stadium of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. So that's going to be an outdoor game, which will be nice. November 12th and 14th in Finland, Carolina and Seattle are going to play each other. So that's going to be their home and home. And then the next month in December 18th and 20th in Germany, the Blackhawks and Ottawa Senators are going to play each other. So I thought that was kind of cool. The Winter Classic this year is going to be on December 31st. It's going to be Colorado at Utah, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern, and it's at Rice Elchit Stadium. I believe that's Utah, University of Utah's stadium. That'll be on TNT. The All-Star Weekend will be at the Ice Mets. Fuck the Ice Mets. At USB Arena. The skills competition is going to be February 5th, and the actual game will be February 6th. Going off of what we did in the playoffs, or excuse me, the Olympics, they're going to be doing a 3-on-3 international tournament for the All-Star game this year. So we'll probably be seeing a lot of mixing like we did with the Olympics, where we had 2 players on the same team playing against each other and things like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. Our stadium series is going to be the Vegas Golden Knight at the Dallas Stars. That's going to be at AT&T Stadium at Jerry World on February 20th. I guess they would have the roof open, if you're going to have it as an outdoor game. And then the latest.
What's the date on that?
That's going to be February 20th.
February
so
20th.
So it's after the Super Bowl.
I
and
guess
then
it'll be cold in Dallas or in Texas at that point.
Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. And then the last day that the Stanley Cup playoffs can end is going to be June 14th. All right. Now that's all the NHL stuff. Let's get into the stuff that you really care about. That's the Flyers.
That's right.
Okay. So with the Flyers, here's
Can I ask a question, though, before we get into the Flyers?
Yeah, please do.
Does anybody feel that the novelty of the outdoor games has severely worn off?
Yes.
I mean, anybody actually care about it? It used to be once a year, and it was.
It's a money grab.
It's like 3 a year now.
It's a money grab.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Rob. I want to. Yeah.
No, well, I'm saying it's a money grab, and I like the idea of doing it as like the original 6 playing, because that's cool. Like, and if we had more teams in Canada, that would be okay. But like, didn't they do an outdoor game at in Miami last year or 2 years ago or something like that? And it's just, I mean, I understand technology is such that they can have ice in Florida. I mean, I lived there. I had cold beverages. So, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but like, seriously, guys, like they don't need to keep doing this. And I agree. I kind of follow where you're going with this. I just think it's one a season is good, but like maybe in a northern colder climate.
I mean, I don't have a problem with where they have them. I mean, everybody should get a chance to do it. I don't know where it's going to sell more, whatever, they do all the demographics and crap, but I just, if I'm not even excited about the Winter Classic, which is the New Year's Day one anymore. I'm not. I used to watch it, whoever played it. I mean, if the Flyers are in it, don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch it, but even that doesn't excite me as much anymore. I know.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's a
if I
shame.
go.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's been diluted. I'm glad that you brought it up, Sig, because there's one, two, three, yeah, there's four outdoor games. Like that's not as exciting. It's just not. Like I it they harnessed something that's awesome that people like, but they oversaturated it now with having numerous games.
Yep.
And that's kind of my thing on it. I agree with Sig. It was exciting when they had the Winter Classic the first time on January 1st and everything. And it was neat. And of course it was Buffalo and Pittsburgh and it snowed. And that's exactly what you would want in
Yep.
an
Right.
outdoor game. Like ratings were galore. Pittsburgh
Right.
wore those light blue jerseys, and now they have a billion of those sold and stuff like that. Like it was a great thing, and now they've just used it too much. I agree with you, Sig. That's a damn good point you brought up. Yeah. Um. Okay, so I'll go into with the Flyers. So again, we talked about this last time, but rookie mini camp is going to be September 11th, and then training camp for everyone, where everyone reports that's going to start on the 17th. Um, that is correct, Paul. Like the new flavors of Jack. Oh my, Craig's out there drinking. All right.
Yeah. I might have missed a
Yeah,
couple
that'll happen.
comments there,
Um,
and then I just jumped in mid thought fucking process there.
That's okay. So the Flyers preseason, their first one is actually going to be a fun one. That's going to be against the Washington Capitals on Monday, September 21st, and that's actually going to be at the Giant Center in Hershey. So the Hershey Bears are the minor league affiliate of the Washington Capitals. So it's a kind of nice little thing for like people in central Pennsylvania to get a chance to watch the Flyers. But also, I know Bears fans, some Bears fans are Caps fans. So yeah, so I think that that's actually kind of neat that they're doing that. Um, and then just to break it all down, basically, it's an 84 game schedule this year.
Yep.
So what that means is you're going to have 28 games against your division rivals, your 7 division rivals. You're going to play them 4 times each. You're going to have 24 intra-conference games. So the other Eastern Conference division, you're going to be playing them 3 times each. And then the Western Conference teams, you'll play them twice. That's 32 games. So 1 home and 1 away. And then let's see here. Okay, so Flyers are going to start it off on September 30th at home versus the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's going to be a nationally televised game on
Fuck the
TNT.
Penguins.
Fuck the Penguins, indeed. This schedule gets off to a really, really nice start with rivals, if you will. So October 3rd and October 11th, you have the Carolina Hurricanes, and they're both in Philly. So in an 8-day span, October 3rd and October 11th, we're going to have the Carolina Hurricanes here. So again, you play them 4 times. We're doing our 2 early, if you will. Another one that everyone's always looking forward to now for some sort of reason is on October 24th. We will play the Anaheim Ducks at 1:00 in Philadelphia. There could be a boo or two. I don't know. With the Eagles not playing on Black Friday this year, the Flyers have their Black Friday game back. It's going to be at 3 p.m. on November 27th against the Vancouver Canucks. The last game of the season is actually going to be April 10th. Season ends at home, and that's going to be against the Washington Capitals. You never know. That could be for playoff seeding. Capitals and Flyers went down to the last week of the regular season this past year. So that definitely could be a playoff matchup. Who needs those extra 2 points, if you will? And then our bye week is going to be February 8th through February 12th. Now, technically, because of what I talked about prior with the All-Star game. If you don't make the All-Star game, you're going to be off February 4th through February 12th. So that's a nice little break if you're not an All-Star. Like
Leach might go back to the motherland.
he could get through what's called and back too.
Right.
Well, here's
So-
to hoping he's in the All-Star game, to tell you the truth.
There
I
you
agree
go.
with that.
See, now that's what we're look at that. Look at that positive thing.
Ovi's last
Holy-
game, yeah, is in
Michael made a
Philly.
good point. It's last regular season game anyway, right?
Mhm.
That much we know.
It could be. That's a damn good point. Yep, absolutely. That's
And then-
why I put that in there. I thought that was like a neat thing.
And Chris has a really good point as well.
With Chris's point.
Cutter
Cutter is a bitch. That is true. That is true. So with that, after the bye week, just some other things. So they do have 12 back-to-backs. Okay, they have 12 back-to-backs this year. So that is
Less than last
about-
year,
is it?
right? I think it's less than last year.
I mean, it's still more than a quarter of the season. So you know, it. There's going to be, again. That's why we got upgraded goalie and such. So the nice thing is the last back-to-back is actually February 26th and February 27th, meaning in March and April, we're not going to have any back-to-back. So that's like extra rest, if you will, trying to gain points for the playoff run. So here's hoping, if you will. And then the Flyers, we talked about those matinee games when I was talking about the NHL. The Flyers actually get to participate in a couple of them. The Flyers will have a home game against the Montreal Canadiens on February 22nd. That's going to be at 1 p.m. That's a Monday. That's going to be at 1 p.m. And then
is that President's Day? I think that's President's Day.
it is actually.
I think that's why
It
they're
is.
doing that.
No. I told you they're doing it because every Monday, or excuse me, matinee Mondays. Every Monday for 18 weeks, they're going to be doing a game, an NHL game at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock Eastern, so that over in Europe, they can watch the game at a normal time for them. It's trying to expand the NHL, kind of like how, like I said earlier, with the Major League Baseball, they'll do a 1 o'clock game before they go on the road or something like that. It's basically like that. So I think this is an exciting thing that they're going to be doing. And then they have a second one that's going to be at 2 p.m. on April 5th. I didn't write down what day of the week that is. So, oh wait, it's a Monday, matinee Monday. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, so it's clearly a Monday, and that's going to be at the Carolina Hurricanes. And then, as we saw released today, placed on the page, Flyers are going to be on 19 national televised game. 11 of those will be at home. 8 of those will be on the road, and 6 of them will be on ESPN or ABC. Either one of those. 9 of them will be on TNT, and 4 of them will be on your streaming services, which is either going to be ESPN, Disney Plus, or Hulu. So it looks like only 4 streaming games, if you will, this year. However, on that note, the second game of the year is on the streaming. So
yeah, a lot of people have it, like Disney, ESPN Plus, Hulu. That's all this. They're all under the same umbrella.
Yes, it is.
So if you have any of those, you'll be able to watch. Chances are, if you have one, you have all of them.
Yes, you do. That's correct.
So yeah, so at least it's not Apple TV. At least it's not YouTube TV. At least it's not, any of these other obscure up and coming streaming services. At least they're legit.
Yeah, and
so,
again,
so I'm actually okay I'm actually okay with the way that they parse these out. 4 streaming games is fine by me. I
don't think that's half bad. I mean, you have 84 games, only 4 of them are streaming. Obviously, this is subject to change if the Flyers are kicking ass and in February they want to, they want to change the game because of change of time and change of network, or put some changes in February and March this past year because of them doing well. So
Yeah, yeah, and it's exciting to see that the Flyers added, and I think I just read this. Where is it? I gotta remember which mouse I'm using. Um, so yeah, I think it's so it's five more than they did last year, and it's nice to see the Flyers getting recognition. And I think that Briere and Jones and the other people that are in the front, I think those guys should be happy that the NHL and the powers that be that run the distribution of the NHL are recognizing that the Flyers are back, and that's pretty exciting. That's pretty fucking exciting. You know.
Yeah, I think it's great. You know, again, you're getting your Black Friday game back. You're going to be on two of those Monday matinees, which are national televised things. I mean, you're starting your season, you know, nationally televised. I mean, we all love, you know, JJ and Brian Boucher, but like Rob just said it, we need to get these like national games and stuff like that. Like I like it's a good thing. And it gives us something to complain about because we'll complain about the commentators and they'll say the player's name's wrong and stuff like that. And like, who the fuck is this? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't even know like who's going to do the game. Is it going to be for like ESPN Plus?
I didn't do that part of my homework.
No, but it's usually wasn't it the same guy all the time?
Well, it used to be what's called Pierre before he retired in like 2020.
No, who's the guy in the booth? Steve something or other?
Oh yeah, I know who the hell you're talking.
You know what I'm talking
Somebody
about?
in the comments.
I can see
You
his
know,
face.
Levy. Is it Levy? Steve Levy?
Steve Levy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
What you call
Yeah.
his son? Yeah, Marv's kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hey,
So-
unless they bring back the Fox tracks and the glow puck, I'm not watching. Fuck that. I can't
Somebody
enjoy.
put that in the comments one time.
I can't enjoy a game without Fox tracks.
Dude,
that helped me so much. I learned so much.
It turned
And-
hockey into a two-dimensional game. It made me so angry.
It did.
And I was probably like 19, 20. I know I was in college at the time. And, you know, you see me now and I'm so jolly and I never get angry. Dude, I used to get so pissed off watching that shit.
That was dumb. That was so dumb.
It was
I-
blue. It was
I-
blue. And then when somebody fucking hit it really hard, it went red. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, over 90 miles per hour.
Right.
I don't-
Did
I don't-
know that was like the start of AI.
The thing they do now that I can't stand is the player names overneath the players. And like before when they're not face all circle and they do it, okay. But when play starts and they have it on there for like, you know, a few minutes, especially if it's a power play, I'm like, come on, I can't see anything behind it. I no one cares.
Exactly.
You know, no one
Exactly.
cares. I mean, the one of the guys in the orange just shoots the puck. That's what we want. Whatever. We'll find out who it is if he scores.
Right.
You know?
Let us see
If
the
you
game.
don't know who it is already by reading the number and the name on the back, just
Well, you see how effective it was at attracting and attracting a new audience to the NHL back then.
we, you know,
which I
It
think
was
like-
the most divisive. It was the most divisive thing between like seasoned hockey players or seasoned hockey watchers, and then people who are like, "Oh, look at how cool this thing is," and I'm like, "I want you to watch the game, and I don't like this, but I'm just going to play along so that we get some more viewership and
well, it was
give
like the
me,
num- they,
give
they,
me
they
more
did
people
their
to talk to about hockey."
they did their polls, and one of the things was I can't follow it. I can't follow the well. I don't want that person watching. What do you mean? It's not difficult to follow.
Just
some
watch more,
glasses.
you'll figure
Get
it
some
out.
glasses.
Mhm.
Get a
You'll figure it
64
out.
TV. I mean, I don't know, but half the time I'm like, there's something on the TV because I think it's the puck. You know, I go over and cleaning the TV off,
The fly.
Or the fly is on it. Like
Yeah.
another puck moving. No, but I mean, it's just come on. I can't follow the puck. All right, well,
You guys are on an early heater, and I love it. It
Don't
makes me
watch.
happy.
anyway, that was like 30 years ago.
Random
though,
shit. Random
It
shit.
really
about
was. It was
90s
a long
that
time
pisses
ago.
everyone
But
off.
still bothers us.
You can tell it affected us.
I love
So-
that.
All right, so guys, you saw the comments and the email, the contribution from Jake, and I wanted to bring this up. In the email, he said that this team needs to be more physical this season, get traffic in front of the net, a lot of check-in, not not talking about fighting. Oh, okay. So he wasn't talking about fighting. He wasn't saying like we need to fight more.
No.
They need to be more physical overall.
Correct. And he used the word gritty, which made Dave snicker. But he said Martone is physical, but he's a baby, meaning he's young.
He's young.
Right. So he wants to know, like, what do you guys feel about A, the need to be more physical, and B, Martone's role in that?
Well, yeah, they do, especially the defense, I think. And they're trying to find that. They're trying to find that right mix right now. That was why they drafted that, 6'7", 6'8" guy this year. Yeah, I mean, Jurasek's a big guy. He's supposed to hit people, so we'll probably see some of him. I mean, hopefully his footwork is better. But they definitely need some bigger guys. They need to be more physical in defense. They need to be more physical up the wings. It's a fairly small team still. They've added some bodies. I think Achari makes a difference. Hathaway was the guy. I think Achari makes a difference, and he's also going to have a little more offensive spark. But yeah, I mean, they need to, they're when their forecheck is going, they're banging people, they're knocking people off their puck, they're beating them to the puck, they're getting physical in the corners. When it's not working, they're getting beat. I mean, just flat out getting beat. So they got to start banging. They got to start getting those what they call greasy goals. Get in tight. I mean, they got to figure out the power play and that's might be what they have to do. Have somebody in front, maybe make Martone the guy to stand in front. He needs to beef up a little bit. He's tall.
He does, so that he can.
But
he
doesn't have a lot of weight. Yeah, and it's
right.
a long growing season, so he's hopefully he's eating his protein drinks and all that crap to gain some weight and muscle. And yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that at all.
Yeah, Sig went with defense on that one. I'm going to go with forwards, and I'd like to see Noah Cates be a little bit more physical. In all honesty, I think maybe him being a little bit more physical on the up front. I'd like to see Dvorak be a little bit more physical as well, but he's not. He's not the biggest guy in the world. Sig nailed it on the head. We're a small team. We don't have a lot of gargantuous dudes. So you're going to have these smaller, lighter guys, if you will, like have to be a little bit stronger. I mean, I think
we do have some of those guys that can do that. And that's the, like, we had Barkey did that a lot last year in his limited time. What he played about a half a season. Like, he played a lot bigger and stronger than he is. We need like, the like you said, but we also need like TK to do it, and he's a feisty player. Like, he's going to get out there and he's going to throw his body around. It may be fucking 120 pounds soaking wet, but he's still going to throw it around.
The thing that scares
TK's more of an agitator.
Right.
I mean, he throws his body around, but
that's what I mean. He's bouncing.
It's just getting under people's skin is what he does. That's they don't have any true fighters. They don't have so that they need to get physical. I think they need to find some guys that are a little more physical. They have a couple defensemen in the pipeline, but I don't know. The forward wise, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the thing that scares me too. Is like Forster's a big boy, but I'm so damn scared of losing him again. Like we lost him. What was that? 4 months? Like I know I want these guys to be physical, but like I don't want, especially like Forster. Like, we're damn lucky that we got to the playoffs with not having him for 4 months. And it's because of those young guys like stepping up, like Sig said, like when Barkey came up, and obviously like Martone for like the last like 10 games and stuff like that. But yeah, they do need to be more physical. I mean, even with more physicality, maybe it would even help on special teams. Like
Yeah.
I mean, with getting like the puck out of the zone and playing on the penalty kill, maybe just standing up at the blue line to keep the puck in when you're on the power play. I don't know. Yes, they do need to be more physical. And yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna. I don't think you're adding anyone else. If anything, a young guy's gonna make the team, and we don't know about their physicality and things like that. Especially like if you're coming from the AHL to like the NHL and stuff like that. So I don't know. I agree with the statement that they do need to be more physical, but like this is the team we have, so it has to
Yep.
be people who haven't been physical in the past have to put that into part of their game.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
know we know what team we have. There's maybe like 2 spots that are open, one on D and one on the fourth line.
Yep.
And so it's not like anything's going to change size-wise on this team.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not
Outside of a
getting
trade,
drastically bigger.
nothing's going to change.
Right.
So,
Right.
it is what it is. But yeah, aggressiveness, I guess, is probably a better word than physicality. Even just assert yourself. Just get in there and assert yourself. You might be small, but don't play small.
And on
Yeah,
that note,
I like
Okay.
Jake's comment here about getting low and wide. I think that that's all about position, and it's all about center of gravity, and it's all about leverage. And that's
We used to play with a fat goalie, and that was his.
blades of steel.
That was his. I just going to get low and wide. I'm going to cover the bottom half of the net. You guys got to cover the top half.
That's right.
you're gonna beat me. You're gonna beat me high. That's how.
That's great.
He was funny. He was a good dude. He wasn't that bad. He was half decent, and but yeah, he would have some great one-liners like that. I think it was low and wide, something like that, or slow and wide. It might be slow and wide.
Slow and wide sounds good.
I like
Where
that
he's
too.
just
That's fine.
going post to post.
Yeah. Well,
You
like
know,
the same thing with
like
like the
molasses.
Flyers. Like some of these goalies they've drafted are like massive human beings.
Yes, they
Where
are.
like you know I mean, and again, like even think of like Vladar. Like I know you didn't draft him, obviously, but like he's 6'5". That's a big dude.
It is
Like
a big
just
deal.
lying across the creek. You know what I mean? Like it's just funny seeing kind of like the change, if you will, because like in a lot of like in like the 90s and like early 2000s, you had your small goalies. You had your like Felix Potvins and stuff like that were like 5'8", 5'9", and stuff. And like Eddie Belfour was like this great goalie, but he wasn't the biggest dude in the world, you know?
Yeah, but those guys had speed. That was their thing. They had speed, they had reflexes, and that was their bread and butter was their ability to fucking react and get from, like I said, post to post. Whereas you get somebody who's a little bigger, even a Hextall, like the idea is you take up space.
Yeah.
Garth Snow was like that. Garth
It
Snow
worked.
was wide, man. I don't know if you guys remember Garth
You
Snow, but he
remember
was
his
wide.
Garth Snow had extra wide pads, and he was
Goddamn
like
right.
a string
That's what I
bean.
said.
He's like
He
one
had
of the people.
He had the ramps on his shoulder.
Dude,
You know,
I loved his shoulder pads.
I don't know
They
if
were
I
so
fell
cute.
asleep for a couple seasons, but when I woke up, like all of a sudden, Goldens were like this. And
Yeah.
they've never gotten smaller now. They're all
they have
like
webbing
this.
under here. It's like the extra large jersey. So like when they pick
Fantastic.
it up, it's like 5 sizes. No,
It's like when you
not
play
getting
street
through.
hockey. You play
Yeah.
street hockey and you put on like 5 coats before you put
Yeah.
on the fucking chest protector.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
But
try
the
to
guy
take
that-
up more space.
The guy they drafted, Martin Solovich, and I probably butchered that. He's 6'3",
That sounded great to me.
almost took 200 pounds. He's supposed to be he's supposed to be really good. It sounds like he's really good anyway, but we'll see what happens when he gets here.
At some point, they have to draft and keep like a fucking stud goalie.
They've been drafting them over the last few years. I mean, they have a bunch
They're
in
trying.
the pipeline. They drafted 2 this year.
But
So-
you look at other teams and you look at some of the play, like some of these teams they draft and then they get like a 21, a 22-year-old goalie. Like we had that guy. He went to a frat party. So we kind of I hate to say it, but we had him and he looked like that guy. 21, 22 years old. He looked like he was going to be the guy.
The fact that we
And-
didn't get shit for him really still pisses me off. You should have at least, the NHL told us not to tenure a contract.
It was
And
a
then all
bad
of a
look.
sudden,
It was a bad look.
it's a bad look. Okay, fine, all well and good. But like, and then what was it? The Knights had, I forget, Sig will probably remember. The Knights did something where they had like their second round draft pick taken away from them for a disciplinary reason. Well, all right, why don't you just give us that draft pick, because we gave you a goalie that took you to the damn Stanley Cup Finals. Help us the hell out.
Yeah, that was because Torts didn't want to give a post game conference.
Oh, that's
That's
like
something like that.
Yeah.
That's why they lost the draft pick, and then they and then he's gone right after
Yeah,
they
but the
lost.
problem is that draft pick
Fantastic.
just disappeared. It didn't go to no one. So in the second round, there's just 31 picks.
Yeah.
Like, why
I
can't you
don't
help us?
disagree. We should have been able to hold on to his rights, and then somebody wanted him.
Yes.
I don't know what we would have got for him, though, to be honest. I don't think anybody would have given up a whole lot. He was a crapshoot. I mean, I don't even remember what the contract was.
At least it would have been an asset in hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Both of you were.
Jake makes the point here. He says Wool is a huge improvement. And I think that I think Sam Ersson is a dirty word in all our households. So I think Wool, until proven
He was too
otherwise,
inconsistent.
Right. He had a good run, and it was good, and we needed that at that time. But I wouldn't have felt nobody would have felt good coming into the season with Ersson as the backup.
Not at all.
I want to move on to we had Jake his input, and now we got Dave. He said he's going to his daughter's field hockey game, and he posed the question, how can you call something hockey if there's no ice? Now I guess it's not ice hockey, it's field hockey, but I get where he's coming from. And he said there's no puck and the sticks are way too short.
Well,
guess what? I'm going to say this to Dave. My oldest daughter played field hockey for Archbishop Ryan for a handful of years, and I'm like, I would never fucking play that. I'm not. They wear nothing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they might have something on their face, but for the most part, mouth guard and some shin pads. And I know that stuff's not that ball's not allowed to go a certain height in the air, but it does.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you're not allowed to have your stick up. And they do a good job of not getting their stick up, but that's a piece of fucking timber.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
you're like walking around with a 2x4.
It's a shillelagh.
So look, man. So yeah. So I'm
It's
sorry,
for
Dave, man.
it's whacking day.
They would eat you up, man.
Yeah.
Those girls would eat you up.
Well, what's funny is that his comment was his like closing comment on this was, he said that the most frustrating part for his daughter Juliet, right, is there's no hitting. There's no hitting. And he says, "Can you tell she's a hockey kid?" And so kudos for playing field hockey. And I know she plays ice hockey too, so it's not it's not like she's not a hockey kid. But I just think it's funny that he made that comment about field hockey.
Yeah, Sig is 100% right with like field hockey, and the fact I used to be a photographer for a local television station, and one time I was shooting a field hockey game, and the ball came over, and I went to stop it with my foot, and I missed, and it hit like dead on. It legitimately, that ball cracked my big toe nail, and I started like bleeding and stuff. And then I had to like take my camera and tripod, and I'm like hobbling back to my car, and the girls are still swinging and hitting each other with the lumber and stuff, and I'm like I couldn't even stop the ball correctly, and I got hurt.
All right, so for anybody watching and anybody who either downloads this, watches it on Spotify or YouTube after the fact, we're going to take up a collection so that we can get video of that. So that we're going to post it. We're going to make a reel, because everything is content, and we're going to put it on the page. Steve getting hit with a fucking field hockey ball.
I want to see Steve getting hit with anything. That should be a weekly reel. Steve getting hit with something each week.
Oh, who picked the bowling ball?
Real quick story. We had a teacher at Roman, and Chris can attest to this. we had a teacher at Roman. His name was Mr. Dunas, and he walked with a pronounced limp. Now, Mr. Dunas had been at Roman, I think, since it opened in like 1898 or whatever it was. Like Mr. Dunas had been there forever, but he walked with this limp. And when I went there, and we went there between like 88 and 92, the story was that he was a soccer coach, and as a joke, the team painted a bowling ball to look like a soccer ball, and the goal, and they put it like it was a penalty kick, and said, Mr. Dunas, take a shot, and the goalie was standing there, and he ran up and kicked it as hard as he could, shattering
like
his leg.
side-footed, like side-foot.
Who, like, it's a story, so I don't know that, like, we didn't hear, but that was the story, was that Mr. Dunas kicked the soccer ball, and that's why he limped.
Dude,
Probably
he must have
untrue.
shattered his foot.
If that were the case, exactly.
I
If
hope
that
that's
was-
not true. I hope that's just like
yeah, me
like
too.
a funny antidote that they made up for it, or he made up for it.
Good Lord.
I think so. Let's see. And then Jake also, you know what? Jake, I'm going to let you say this, and I'm going to admit something that I didn't think I would ever admit live, streaming, talking to people. The World Cup hooked me in, man. I am a soccer fan. I'm not watching it every day, and but I'm learning. I'm learning, and I'm starting to appreciate the game more than I ever did before. So I've never watched field hockey. Maybe the same thing would happen if I watched a huge tournament, a World Cup field hockey tournament. But soccer pulled me in, man. I got to be honest. Like soccer pulled me in, and I think maybe because it was here, and because the World Cup was here, not just in the States, but here in Philly. And that was pretty fucking exciting. That was a really cool time. This whole summer was fucking fantastic as far as sports go.
It was.
So I'm embarrassed, but I am turning into a soccer fan.
The one thing
Or
that
I like to call it football. I don't know about you guys.
Football.
I like to call it football.
The one thing that I didn't like with like having like I know it's random, but like with like having like the World Cup in Philadelphia, I thought it kind of sucked that like you didn't have like any US games, and all the US games were on like the West Coast.
They're on the
it's
West
like,
Coast, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like in like Seattle, I think there was one in KC that might have been the furthest east, but like
I think they played in LA as well, didn't they?
yes, they did it SoFi, and I'm like, how like they had the All-Star game, the bicentennial and everything like that. How did you not have like one on the East Coast? I mean, like Foxborough had one, like Boston.
But then they played the championship game in fucking.
Oh yeah, they had the champion. Come on, man. We all knew the U.S. wasn't making the championship game, but like it was one of those things where it's like, how the hell did you not have the USA on the East Coast? That's like where we were. Like that's where we started. We have the 13 colonies. Seattle was very far away by the time they came into the Union.
Next year,
I'm done.
Next year it's a ladies' turn, so it'll be much better.
That's right.
The Women's World Cup of soccer, not fucking football, will be next year in the United States, and the ladies actually play.
I'm going to be
not
so
flopping around. I maybe watch like 5 seconds total of the World Cup this year.
It's going to be incredible.
It's not going to be at the.
I might watch the ladies play though. I don't know. I don't know anything. I just know that next year is the Women's World Cup is in the States. So.
Oh, you don't know the venues yet. I'm sorry. I got you.
I assume a lot of the same ones. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how big that's going to be. I have no idea. So
yeah,
stay tuned.
All right, gentlemen. I am going to go ahead and do my coffee breakaway. This is Butch's Coffee Breakaway, and it is brought to you by Toasty Roasters. Guys, we have a coupon code out there called Drunk Philly 10. So if you go to toastyroasters.com and you go to you figure out what blends you want and what roast you want, and then you go to checkout and you go into the coupon area and you say Drunk Philly 10, you'll save 10%.
I'm gonna write that down.
Dale says he's doing fantastic. He said business is booming. But I just want to make sure that the people out there you go. People out there are aware of it. And what I want people to do is when they get their Toasty Roasters coffee, I want them to take a picture of them drinking it and post it to the page in the comments, anywhere where I post any of those reels or any of like the pictures that I do. I put up some silly stuff. Just go ahead and we want people to post their pictures of them enjoying the Toasty Roasters. So guys, my coffee breakaway today is still hockey related. Sometimes I go off on a tangent about something completely different. This tangent is going to be hockey related, I promise. Today, well, I don't know if you guys, I think you guys all got the 32 for 32. You got the Flyers NHL email at some point in the last couple days. And I came across this thing called Edge. Are you guys aware of the Edge advanced stats for the NHL?
I am not, no.
All right, this is analytics, run wild. But so what they have, and I'm just going to go to the glossary because this Edge stats is they have for goalies, they have 5-on-5 save percentage. So not anything that has to do with the penalty kill or the power play. And then they have 5-on-5 save percentage in close situations. A close situation is a time during which a game is tied in the first or second period or within a goal in the third period. Mm-hmm. This stat helps how goalies perform in high pressure situations. So they do this for like just about everything. So all that WOBA, XOBA, all that other shit that they have in Major League Baseball now, they're starting to bring to hockey. I did not have time to check to see how long this has been a thing. But it's fucking, and they have average distance skated per 60 minutes. So this is a stat that's reported on a per 60 scale, expressing how many times an event happens per 60 minutes. So this is like how far a skater skates during a 60-minute period. So during a game. It's almost like an ERA, but it has to do with distance. Guys, what's the fucking value of this level of analytics is there a value, first of all? Yes or no?
The teams use it. The teams definitely use it. In hockey, the two big ones is Corsi and Fenwick. But they're not good for like certain types of players. So there are some issues with it. But yeah, there are goalie ones out there too. And they use them.
Yeah, you look at them with the iPads and stuff on the bench, just like how MLB players are with like balls and strikes and things like that. It's funny that you found this, Rob, because there's probably some other random ass like analytical thing that we don't even know about that they're doing, like to say like this is why you can only have so much ice time, or you're better if you only have this much ice time rather than that.
Distance skated, yep. Mm-hmm. Zone time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think there is something to this. I don't know. Me personally, I don't know how to use it, but I know damn well in hell that Danny Briere is probably using these when like looking at someone and going to give them money and a contract. Like they have to know.
Chris has an excellent point here. Betting odds.
He's not wrong.
And that's another way to break down a game so that you can go on your Bet365 or your Parks Bet Parks app and pull up some parlays, I guess, or some fucking bet. Like, so when I saw it today, I was kind of, again, I hate the fucking Fox track. So I'm not going to like Edge. And I'm sure Edge is a fucking acronym as well. It was just an interesting discovery for me. And analytics are great. I guess there's no escaping it. There's no escaping data.
People need a way to quantify stuff.
Coaches,
players, and everything. It's the same, and it's honestly, it's not anything new. The stats have gotten better. They're a little more subjective for certain areas. But it always, in any sport, they've always tried to enhance the player performance and development and whatever it is. So now you have a
Right.
lot more as the technology grew, the ways to do it. Now, like all these players probably wear that sports thing underneath. It looks like a bra, but it's got that chip. It measures the heart rate and all that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Soccer players wear it. Hockey players wear it, especially training camp and things like that. Coaches can tell right now something's spiking the wrong way. Call them off, whatever.
I think DPF wears that when they party at the garage.
Yes,
I
yes.
think the guys. I think when the guys get together at the garage, they're wearing it looks like a sport. It might just be a sports bra.
I think they're just wearing sports bras. Yeah, they asked me about that. I said, no,
It's called a bro. It's called a bro.
I don't need that. I have my wife to tell me when I'm like, when I'm getting overheated or I need to settle down or shut the fuck up or whatever. So yeah, I mean,
so Sig, I think Chris agrees with you about this. Like, it's got cool numbers and weird stats. So I think yes, I've been convinced that, and that's what it is. It's analytics, it's data, it's quantifying things. It's giving a face to things that we already assume are factoring into performance and all of that. It's labeling it, that's what language does. It labels everything. Yeah. And so there is a place for it. It's just that when I saw it, I was like, you're lucky I'm not fucking super caffeinated, computer screen. Because had I drank my 3 cups of coffee right then and there, I probably would have raged and been like, what's with all these stats?
Agents love it. Agents love them. Because there's always a stat that shows their player in a good light.
You're right.
Sure.
It could be average or like everything else, but he,
in this category, he's he's top 10.
Yep.
And he needs to be paid as such, because they get a percentage of whatever that guy makes. So you want that, 30% of zero is zero. 30% of something is 30% of something.
Something, yeah. And again, it's like what Sig was saying, where it comes down to agents. Like, if you're a relief pitcher, like, you're going to look at holds and stuff. That's not an actual stat, but an agent's going to use that in that situation. Now. Yeah, they're counting them. You see it in box scores and stuff like that.
Yep.
I think the whole analytic thing is, I think you'd be foolish not to use the information. You have extra information that you can use. However, you need to still have a gut feeling on some things. You need to use analytits as a tool, not as a way, not as a crutch. You need
as a Jake? Is that what you said? As a Jake?
No, I said as a yeah. You got to use it.
You said as a tool.
So when you use it correctly, yes, you obtain the information, but also, you see it so many times where, like, with DPF, Chris is like, you need to beam this guy. Just analytics doesn't say it, but you got to stick up for your team. You got to, like, sometimes there's gut feeling things that need to happen. You just hit Forrester and he's hurt. Someone go out and the next shift and
I don't
drop
argue
the gloves
with all
or
that,
do
though.
something.
I do believe in beaming people once in a while. Every now and again, you got to fucking chin music somebody.
But analytics will never tell you that.
Right.
That's why I'm saying, like, analytics is never going to tell you to hit a batter. It's never going to tell you to go out and punch a hockey player in the back of the head or sucker punch someone because they took your teammate out and stuff like that.
Your heart tells you that.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. You can't use analytics as the way. You need to use it, like I said, as a tool, and you can't use it with absolutely everything. I mean, that was with the Phillies. That was Gabe Kapler's problem. That was the way. You didn't use gut. That was the way. It was the analytics. So I think it's good that the NHL is using this, but I don't understand it, but I don't need to. That's not my job. I want to see W's on the ice.
Jake, I agree 100%. If you're a Sixers fan, support LeBron. You can go back to hating him after he's out of town. All right, gentlemen, we are right up at a minute. Does anyone have any burning desires that they want to share?
No, I'm good. I'm happy with what we've accomplished here this evening.
Fantastic. Sig?
Now I have nothing.
I fucking love it, guys. Good job. We're a minute and like a couple seconds. This was tight. This was beautiful. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget Cutter and Cannon, Toasty Roasters, Trogs, everybody who supports us, Fishtown Iced Tea, Conshohocken Brewing. Thanks to Glenn and shit. All right.
Andrew.
Peace out. Fuck the Penguins.